So good morning students. Today we are going to start lesson number 2 of our English book Behind. And the title of the lesson is The Sound of Music. This lesson is divided into two parts. In part number 1 we are going to see Evelyn Glennie. And in this lesson we are going to see only about her. Evelyn Glennie, she is a girl. She is just a perfect girl. We can say about her that she is gift of God. And she has gift. And what gift I am talking about? She has got a gift which is really unique. If we listen about her, we will find that she is really a unique girl. Because what we hear, she feels. What we hear, she feels. Means she is deaf. She cannot listen, she cannot hear, but still she is more than us in hearing, more than a common person in hearing or listening. So this is the magical story about Evelyn Glennie we are going to see. So in this lesson we will go word to word. I will read and explain. Rush as crowd jostled for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibration of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for any teenagers fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. So in this lesson we are going to start, and the writer is saying that this girl, a girl was waiting for a train at a railway station, and there was jostle. Jostle means when we hurry for something, we just push someone by elbow and just go ahead. So she was also going there. She was making her position. And why was she making position? Because the train was coming and she was on a platform. She was very slight girl, very slight, thin girl, and actual age of her was 17, but she doesn't look like 17, rather younger than that. And where was she going? She was going to the Royal Academy of Music, prestigious Royal Academy of Music she was going, which was in London. Actually she belongs to Scotland. And it was really very difficult for her because she belongs to Scotland and she was going to England. So therefore, lot of daunting was there. Daunting means she had fear in herself. And the biggest problem was what? She was deaf. She was not able to listen clearly. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Gradual means slowly. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. Isabel Glennie is Evelyn Glennie's mother. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness. Conceal means to hide, chipana. Deafness from friends and teachers. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her administrative races urged her parents to take her to a specialist. Now what happens? Evelyn Glennie was not deaf by birth. Rather, it was slowly. Gradually she turned, or everyone came to know that she was deaf. Means up to the age of 8 years, she was okay. She was living very happy life. But when she was 8, her mother shares here that once she was planning to play piano, that time mother called out her name. But she did not pay attention. That time her mother understood that my daughter has some problem in listening. Because her mother called her name twice, but she did not listen. And what is the name of her mother? Isabel Glennie. Now this Evelyn Glennie, she was just trying to hide, conceal the deafness. She doesn't want to show others that I am not able to listen. And as the time was passing, when she turned 11 years old, by the time she was totally deaf. Now she was not able to hear or listen even a single sound. So the headmistress of the school, just she called her mother and told, take your daughter to a specialist. Then only it will be easy for her. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. And when her mother went there, that time the teacher, she suggested take her somewhere and mother took her for checking. And then mother came to know, the doctor said that your daughter is not okay because her nerves, hearing nerves are damaged. She is not able to listen. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to the school for the deaf. And parents were suggested that do not send your daughter to the normal school. Rather, send her to the deaf school with the hearing equipment. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. But Evelyn was not showing any interest to go to the deaf school because she was much confident. She was never ready to give up. And her interest was in music. So she wanted to keep it continued. She wanted to pursue music interest. One day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. And now one day, since she was having interest in music, so one day she found a girl, she was playing xylophone. So this girl, Evelyn, she also thought, I should also try to do that. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Fox spotted her potential. He began by turning two large drums to different notes. Everyone, though, came to know that this girl has interest in music, they all discouraged her. They all said, you should not do that. Her parents were also suggested that your daughter should not go in music field because she is not able to listen. How it will be possible for her to play or to learn music? But only one man was there, who was percussionist Ron Fox. So Ron Fox, he was a tabla player and he understood that this girl has interest, she can do. So he only understood the potential of the girl. And he started giving her training by two drums, different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way, says Evelyn. Suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. And now what happened? The teacher who was giving her training, the teacher, the percussionist, he just said, do not listen through your ears, just try to feel it. And he started beating the drum. Two drums he was beating. And slowly Evelyn understood. She herself saying, what she saying? That I started feeling. And what? She started feeling the higher notes from the waist up part and part of the body and the small drum from the waist below part. So in this way she started feeling. Fox repeated the exercise and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in the different parts of her body. I had learned to open my mind and body to sound and vibration. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. And now Fox continuously he was giving his exercises to Evelyn, and Evelyn discovered this thing that she can feel the notes. She can hear the sound not by ear, by the feeling. By the different parts of her body she was able to feel the sound. And now she has learned, she herself is saying, I had learned to open my mind and body to sound and vibration. When she was able to feel, her mind was catching that I am able to catch. She learned that how the body will help me, how this body will help me to feel the vibration, in what way the sound is coming. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. And remaining things were very clear. She means very clear to her because of her determination. She had determination to work hard. She never looked back from that point onward. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. At the end of her 3 years course, she had captured most of the top awards. Now, from that, once she started, when she felt that I am able to understand, the feeling was coming to me, my body was able to feel, even I am not able to hear. When once she understood that I can do that, from there she did not look back. She kept continuation in her walking, in her learning. And now she had toured. And where she went? To United Kingdom. And she went with orchestra. And by the time she was only 16 years old. After that she started that I will make music my life. See the determination. Even she was deaf, but the determination she had that she can be very good musician. After that she went for audition. And where she went? Royal Academy of Music. And you won't believe she scored one of the highest marks there in the history of that academy. And slowly and gradually she left that orchestral work and she came on solo performances. And at the end of 3 years course, she was doing course in Royal Academy for 3 years. When the third year was going to be completed, she was able to capture so many awards on her own name. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. Still she is saying, I didn't do anything heroic. I am just a common person. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. And see how much determination, how much hard working she was having, and what she said, if you continue doing hard work in something, surely you will be there. One day you will reach to your destiny. And she got right to the top. The world's most sought after multi-percussionist with the mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. And she was continuously going. She got on the right of the top. Means top position she was able to achieve. The world's most sought after multi-percussionist with the mastery. She got mastery in that percussionist. Means she was very good musician. And thousands of instruments she was able to play. And it was very, very good for her that she got hectic international schedule. Hectic means very busy schedule she got. Now internationally she was performing. She was giving her solo performance not only in her own country or England, rather international. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without cheering. In our 2 hours discussion, she never missed a word. Man with busy beard give me trouble, she laughed. And now what happened? It was she was really interested, and others were also really interested to watch Evelyn. And why? Because her functions were really effortless. Even she was not able to hear, but the efforts which she was putting, that was not having any end point. And I can say that in her 2-hour discussion, he made discussion with Evelyn, and the writer is saying that I met her for 2 hours, and in those 2 hours, whatever I spoke to her, I did not feel that Evelyn has missed even a single word. Means it was just like common discussion. That much strength she was having in reading the lips. And Evelyn is smiling and saying that I face little bit problem with the men to talk who are having beard man, because maybe the lip sync are not clear, maybe other things. Let us see why she was finding difficult to talk with the person who has beard. Not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eye. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lip. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. She says, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. So what she is saying? She is saying that the man who has beard I find little bit difficult. Little bit difficulties to talk with. And why? Because she is saying it is not only lips that I am not able to see the lips because of beard. But she is saying her cheeks, even her eyes, other things are also not clear to me. Therefore, I am finding difficulties in that. But the writer is saying the way she speaks, it is really doesn't show that she is deaf. And what clarification she is giving, that why she is able to speak very clearly, she is saying that because up to the age of 11 I was able to listen. Actually she was able to listen up to 11 but only very little bit. By the time she was totally deaf, because her deafness started from the age of 8 and up to 11 it was completely deaf. But still writer is saying that I still surprised to see that how she has learned French language and Japanese. Because she belonged to Scotland, must have she spoken only Scottish language, and she came to England by the time she was deaf. Then how it was possible for her to learn French and Japanese? That was really surprising for us. As for music, she explained, the chord in through every part of my body, it tingles in the skin, my cheekbones and even in my head. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drum, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration passes through her bare feet and up her legs. So now, here what is that? She is speaking about music, and in her explanation what is she saying? She is saying that every part of her body, every pore of her body is able to feel the sense of music. And every tingle of the skin, everywhere I am able to feel the music. Even my cheekbones and my hair, I can feel the music with. And she is saying, when I play xylophone, I can feel the sense of sound passing through the sticks in my fingertips. Because when we play the xylophone, we hold the stick in our hand, and with that stick only we play. So she is saying that when I beat on xylophone, the stick vibration comes to my fingertips, and from there I can feel that what sound is being played. And she is saying when I play the drum, when I lean towards the drum, I can feel the resonance of the drum sound. And she is saying when I sit to play, I just remove my slippers and shoes so that I can feel the vibration on the wooden platform easily. So that was the God gift to her, that she was able to feel the sound. She has that power. Instead of hearing, she could feel. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society prestigious Solistic of the Year award. She is master percussionist James Blades. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So the writer is saying it is not surprised to see Evelyn was very happy, and she was able to give the delight, the happiness to her audience. And he is also saying that in 1991 she was presented with an award, and that was Royal Philharmonic Society prestigious Solistic of the Year award. It is given generally for a great musician. And he is also saying that master percussionist, who was that? James Blade. He is saying something praising about Evelyn. And what is he saying? Even the God has taken her hearing sense, but he has gifted her something else. And what is that? What we hear, she feels. The feeling very strong she was given by the God. And the feeling which was given to her by God, that is much more than as a common person. She was given extraordinary things. This is really extraordinary for her. Therefore, that is why she expressed music so beautifully. This is the only thing. Because of that only she was able to express the thing very beautifully. Evelyn confesses that she is something of the workaholic. Workaholic means the person who works. The person who finds it difficult to stop working means a person who always wants to do work. So Evelyn confesses that she is something of the workaholic means she always wants to do something. I have just got to work often harder than classical music. And she was saying, even the classical music, okay, but more than that also, if something is harder than that, that is also accepted to me in the field of music. But the reward are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prison and hospital. So she was giving so many concerts. For that she was being paid money and awards also. And she is saying, apart from my own concert, which was an earning source for me, I would like to give some charity also. And where was I giving the charity? Some concerts in the hospitals and jail or prison we can call it. She also gives high priority to class for young musicians. And she was also helping the young musicians to learn the music. And Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for the children, deaf children. He is saying, a man is there, name is Anne Richlin, and he generally collects the fund for the deaf people, those who are deaf, especially the children. She is a shining inspiration for the deaf children. And that man who is collecting money, the fund for the deaf children, about Evelyn, this man is saying, who? Anne Richlin, that this girl is really a kind of inspiration for the deaf. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. And by seeing this girl, the children who are deaf, they will understand that nothing is impossible. There is no place where they cannot go. There is nothing what they cannot do. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. And now, see the achievement what she had got. She has already completed, already accomplished what? Then most people twice her age. Those who are just twice of her age, when they do something in the age of 13, she has completed in the age of 15. For example, she has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to me. Now, about her, what is that? She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra. Means she was a very inspiration for others because she has done or achieved an orchestral achievement and demonstrated. She has shown, she has presented herself that what can be done. And she has also given inspiration, especially to whom? The people, those who are handicapped. She has given the help to handicapped also. And the people, those who are looking at her, those who are seeing her, they all are saying, see that if she can do it, why can't we? All can do it. And now, it is not the list, it is not the end. More than that, she has given pleasure to many more people, those who are listening to her. So, through this lesson, we have seen the inspiration, the girl who was deaf, who was not able to listen. She has achieved so many things. And what are the achievement of her? She has learned the languages, Japanese, German, and she has talent of reading the face. She has talent that without listening, she was able to listen very clearly by the sense. By seeing the face, everything was easy for her. And how was it easy for her? Because she has prepared herself that I will do this, I will do that. And because of this only she could achieve. I hope children the lesson was very easy to understand, and by listening the summary of the lesson you can answer the questions which are given related to the chapter. So have a good day. Thank you very much. God bless you.